What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 904 Fishing Podcast. I am your host, Alex, joined by my co-host, Nick.
How's it going, everybody? Long time no see, but we're back. We're back.
Absolutely.
We've
We
not.
took a quick little hiatus there, nothing crazy. You know how work gets.
It's just been busy.
Oh, God, who are you
Bunch of
telling?
stuff.
Who are you telling? So,
Hey, but that's the life. Way she goes.
hey,
Let's
way she
just.
goes, exactly. So, we're hopefully going to be getting into some surf fishing topics today, specifically summer surf fishing, because Nick and I have been surf fishing lately, and we've been having a pretty good time with it. So, without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump right into it. What's
Oh
going
yeah,
on, everybody, in the comments? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for the late start. Again, just the way she goes
that was
sometimes.
my bad. We just got back from Aldi. I had to help unload.
No worries, man. No worries. So, summer surf fishing is definitely not like regular surf fishing when it comes to surf fishing. A lot of the times you're going to have more to deal with than just finding fish or finding a good spot to fish. You're going to be dealing with tourists. You're going to be dealing with crowded beaches. You're going to be dealing with the
The
sun.
sun. You're gonna be
Yeah,
dealing
oh
with the
yeah.
sun.
The heat, staying hydrated, stuff like that. So it's always a good thing to really cinch down and figure out a plan before you guys go out, so that way you're not dealing with too much once you get out there. So without
Yeah,
further ado, let's Nick, you want to hop into the first topic?
yeah. I was gonna say. I mean, I would like to mention that very much this time of year, and if you're gonna go surf fishing or really any kind of fishing, you're gonna want to have good UV clothing, or shade, something. So out there at the beach, if you're sitting there, at least it's good to have some kind of shade, good UV clothes, so that way you're not just getting tore up by the sun. Because it doesn't matter who you are.
It's gonna happen.
Got to stay hydrated too. Always have some water, enough water, plenty of water.
Always, always.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, when
Anything
you,
to add?
yeah, it's just staying hydrated is definitely a big thing. I don't know about you guys, but Nick and I deal with that quite a bit in our day-to-day job. And Nick ran into that today where he was running low on some water and was like, "Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute, I need water. Wait a minute."
Got to start conserving your sipping. You're like, oh no.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. I didn't
Yeah,
hold
but so
on.
just don't get caught lacking. It's nice out there. The fishing's going great right now.
It is absolutely.
Surf fishing's been, doing pretty well. I myself haven't caught anything, you know, super tremendous or nothing, but we haven't been getting skunked, so that's good. We're trying to work on getting something exciting. It's still exciting because you never know what you're going to catch. That's the
It's the
beauty of
joy
it.
of fishing. Absolutely.
Um, yeah, I mean, what do you think, Alex? I mean, it's been popping off out there right
Yeah, I
now.
was about to say it's been going off. I've heard big tarpon in the area, which is massive. I know one of our
Hmm.
goals this year. Nick and I would love to get on a tarpon. Um, and we've had. If you guys tuned into the last episode, you guys already know what I'm about to say. If you haven't, definitely go check it out. I have a full playlist. We go live. Seems like every 2 weeks now, but we do try to shoot for every week. But anyways, we've been looking to get
Yeah.
a how do I want a remote control bait deploying device.
Yep. Yeah, we were talking
Um,
about that with Dallas.
to get there's a couple different ones. I don't want to ruin it. If you guys want to know more about it, go watch that episode. It's the last one we did. But yeah, we are talking about that with our buddy Dallas, and hopefully we're able to make something happen with that. But it's a way to get our bait out a little deeper, which is obviously a great plan and idea, especially if you guys want to be targeting those bigger species like sharks and tarpon and things of that nature.
Yeah, do you think that there's a way that it's possible to do it for under a certain amount? Just so that way, it's nothing,
Oh yeah,
it's
I
not like
mean,
too serious. So that way, if somebody wants to do the same thing as well.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, and this is what I always tell people when they want to get into surf fishing is when you go out surf fishing and you see guys like me and Nick out there and we've got, the nice rods, the nice rods, the nice reels, the surf cart, the cooler, the bait, the cutting board, the bait bucket, we got our pliers on our hips, and we've been doing this for a hot minute. We know what to
Yeah.
bring and we fine-tuned our process. But If you guys go watch my old videos, I was out there carrying everything in a 5-gallon bucket, carrying my sand spikes with me, carrying everything,
Hey,
not knowing what I was doing. Yeah, and absolutely, and that's exactly it. And it's one of those things. You don't have to have the nicest gear, the best gear. Just get out there and start fishing, because you never know what you're going to get. I mean, I've hooked up to tarpon several times without having to remote deploy my bait and just casting out there. And I wasn't as
sling that.
Yeah, you know, as
out there, you know.
I wasn't as prepared for it as I could have been, but you know, that's a part of learning. Is it happens and you're like, okay, what can we do different to fix this? And I know Nick has been talking quite a bit about what he wants to change and do different when we do try to target those larger species.
Yeah, because you know, this time of year, whenever those real predatorial apex predator fish, you know, are out there, you're gonna really be needing to match the school that they're going for. You know,
Absolutely.
It's either gonna be you're gonna be either throwing spoons, just good swim baits, just match the color of the bait. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
Literally silver and
match the
saltwater.
hatch.
You're gonna match damn near everything. So, I mean, that's what I'm excited for. I think it would be pretty sick nasty to hook up with a tarpon on a spoon or a big jack, you know, because like we've caught little, you know, decent sized jacks. I'm not gonna downplay them. I like catching jacks. It's fun. You know,
I love catching jacks.
Like
everyone, I was about to say, everyone says they're a trash fish. I love catching jack crevalles.
Get skunked or you catch at least one jack, dude. Like, are you kidding me?
Easy answer,
anyway,
if you ask me.
It's a different topic. You know how people definitely have their hatred towards them for some reason, but way she goes.
That's because they don't know what they're doing. It's fine.
Yeah, but you know the gear. You just piece it together over time, really.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's definitely an investment piece, and it pays. Like, you know, whenever you see people that are still using, you know, they use the same rod and reel for a hot minute. It's like, okay, you know, you just get that's what I like to do. I just get the one that's good to go, you know, for quite some time until I can worry about it later. And
but I mean, even
my money's worth within reason. Nothing super expensive, y'all. I promise.
Exactly, and that's the thing is, like, if you guys want to get out there and you guys want to get started surf fishing this year, step one, definitely click that subscribe button. Follow us. We'll give you all the best information.
I hear it's also part of that law and the ruling that smash that like button too.
I've heard that. Yep. I absolutely. Yep. But
you know, actually, side note, I'm sorry. In Sea of Thieves, you know, there's the bell. Ring that bell.
Ring that bell. You know what? Go ahead. Ring that bell.
Spam the bell, dude, please.
But sorry, my first, no, you're good. You're good, man. You know, in my first surf combo was a rod and reel combo together. The rod and the reel, it cost $20. And it was the cheapest thing I could afford because it's all I could afford. And I was like, you know what? I just want to get out there and I want to do it. I didn't have a rod holder. I didn't have a cart. I didn't have a tackle bag. I didn't have nothing. I had my one rig, my one weight, my one rod and reel, and a bag of shrimp. And I went out there and said, I'm going to do this. And I stood there and held it the whole time.
Yep.
And, you know, I was able to catch some little whiting and spots and croakers. And I was like, okay. Oh, all right. Okay, so this is doable. This is something I can manage. And then I started, honestly, whenever I would go to the beach and I wasn't fishing, I would pay more attention to the other people fishing. Like, what are they bringing? What are they doing? What did they have? Stuff like that. And I built my arsenal around that.
Out.
Right. You see those guys out there that have the super, I call them lunar rovers, the super nice beach carts that have the big 4, you know, gray wheels on them, and they've got a big 75 core cooler in there, or orange. They've got the big 75 core cooler on there. They've got, you know, 10 rod and reels for everything they could possibly want. They got the nice metal rod holders, all this, that, and the other. You don't got to do that. I mean, you just grab yourself a rod, a reel, and head out there, do some fishing. You're going to have a great time, and you'll be able to build based off of that. And you'll be able to expand into what you want to do. Like if you get out there and you decide, hey, I want to do shark fishing. Well, then you'll you know, invest in some stuff for shark fishing. Or if you want to, hey, I want to take fish home to eat. I want to take home, you know, some food. That's a different style, you know, of fishing. So it all depends on what you want to do and how you want to do it.
Each man fish, eat one fish. Yes.
Be primal.
No, but I was going to say another crazy thing too about fishing, and a lot like other things too. You know, somebody could be out there with the most like high dollar setup, and then they could just get skunked out or literally just catch the
Yep.
same stuff that you're catching. I
Yep.
mean,
Fish don't care how expensive that rod is.
yeah, or yeah. So I mean, because I that's happened. I mean, I've gone out there with, you know,
Fully
a little bit
kitted.
more minimalist setup, and you know, the ones that we can just walk out to the beach. We don't got to have a big cart, and no hate on the cart because the cart's fire, works very well. Um,
Does what it needs to.
Extreme investment, or at least making or building one or something. If you want to get a little crafty, highly recommend. But yeah, that's the thing, you know. So you can never get down if you or kind of look at it from a neutral standpoint. Like, okay, this stuff's good. It's good quality. It's gonna last a long time. But you know, do I want to drop that amount to catch fish that I can also catch on a different, little bit cheaper setup, save some money, spend that on other stuff.
Absolutely. And I just put a
Or save
link
it.
in the comments there. That is the rod I tell people when they're like, "Hey, I want to get started surf fishing." What and they'll send me these rods that are, $200, $300 and they're special surf fishing rods and no, you don't need all that. Go get the Daiwa
Yeah.
10-foot surf rod. It's an orange rod. You get it at Walmart. It's $22. I got mine on clearance for like $15. And I'll tell you what, I pulled in 4 or 5 foot sharks with that bad boy. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Mike from Get Out the House, Go Fish. What's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. Hope your week's been great. Hope
Going
you've
on,
been
Mike?
catching some fish.
Oh, you know he has.
Oh,
Mike.
absolutely. Come on.
I was also seeing David Werner down here. Hello, new sub. What's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. And you guys let us know in the
We
comments,
have
what you guys have been
some
catching.
good content coming out. Yeah, please. And y'all can feel free to ask me as well. Any questions, tips. I got y'all. There's been a few in some fishing groups. Like, it's weird. It'll be a post, whatever they call it, and
Yeah.
there's just like that esque to it where nobody, like, people like being like secretive about their spot, kind of. And it's like, all right,
We don't do that here.
Then people have some honest questions in there, and I'll just drop in there and bam,
Knock out some knowledge real
here's
quick.
a nice little tip. Yeah, here's a nice little tip for that. Just because it just makes it so much easier.
Well, there's no point.
That's what we're about.
There's no point, hiding. Hiding spots. We don't do that here, obviously.
Yeah, we want to post them so that way y'all know.
And like I've told everybody else, hey, just because you go to that spot and catch fish there doesn't mean that the next person that you tell about it will go to that spot and catch fish there. Honestly, and I think a lot of the reason there is the hold up and like the reserve about showing people spots or telling people about spots is because the amount of people that will go to spots and then trash them.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Which I totally get,
It's
I totally get and I totally respect. And I don't want to see my spots trashed either, which is why I call people out on that kind of stuff. Like, hey, man, don't do that.
It's so much easier just to not,
Hey, what if you just didn't do that? Wouldn't that be crazy? I'm trying to mess with my green screen settings right now. It's being
you're
obnoxious.
Good. I got you with some filler convo. So, did you check out that video that I sent you the other day? Oh yeah.
I didn't. You sent it to me, but I did not get a chance to look at it yet.
So this made me think of this. Mike saying that no John boat topic. So I forget what video or like channel name it was, but there's this guy up in Canada, and so we got this. I think it was a 14-foot, just aluminum John boat. It was more of a V hull, but really either one could work. But so he built this kind of cabin on it, and he had like a little Taihatsu. I don't even know. It was slow. It was slow, but he built this cabin around it. So he had like big side like view windows, and he had doors, like big doors. So if you needed to get out from inside the little space that he's made, it was
tiny
it was
cabin
cool.
life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a look at this.
Yeah. That's what it is. And honestly, I like the aspect of just building on something like that, because especially if you go on the water a lot and you like camping, say you want to maybe combine the two, you know, I don't know how
Which we will be soon.
well it
Keep an
would
eye out.
work, but I mean, just depending on how well you build it, I'd say. And I mean, it looked pretty cozy. He had a pirate's ship helm on the wall, aka the pirate steering wheel.
Ooh, Mike says this Friday is boater skip day, and there's a kingfish tournament this weekend. The ramps are going to be stupid crazy this weekend. Oh, that's good to know.
Noted.
Keep an eye out, everyone, for the boat ramps this weekend. It's going to be very crazy. But hey, maybe that means that the surf won't be as crowded. So maybe it's one of those weekends you can get out there and go surf fishing.
Yeah.
One could say
a bunch of them over there outside of casting distance, but you know how close they get sometimes.
Sometimes, like when we were up at Big Talbot.
Mm-hmm.
One could say one might even be so bold as to say you should get out the house, go fish.
He said it.
I feel like whenever I do that, I'm saying like it's like, oh, he said the name of the movie in the movie.
Dude, I was thinking that. I was thinking that exact same thing. I just didn't know whether to say it or not. That's funny.
We do that
Planned.
a lot.
It was planned.
Planned. It was all planned.
100%. Case in point, right there.
Absolutely. And that's I have a lot of people tell me like, oh, you guys, do you guys have a structure for the podcast, or what do you guys do? It's like, sometimes we do have like a rough outline of stuff, but hey, man, we're just two guys that work and like to talk about fishing. So that's what this is,
And forgive me if I'm incoherent. I work outside in the heat and the sun all damn day, so. Buddy, I'm cooked. So. But we're here. We're still doing it. I mean, do we have plans for next Sunday? Typically seems to be
this upcoming Sunday?
Day. Yeah.
Maybe. I am tentatively helping Brad look at a Type R.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday I have plans already, but maybe an evening trip. Do a little spoon. Just a little spoon cast, a little spoon action. That went pretty great last time we did it, honestly.
Yeah, it did. I mean, see, because
we could go up to Big Talbot again.
If I watch Bama Beach Bum, I've said it before, I'll be watching him, and he'll just go out there and throw a spoon. Yes, I know it's the Atlantic side, but it happens that way.
Same difference.
I mean, I've been throwing the spoon on the 8-footer, and yes, I know. Alex hates the way that I rigged it, because I rigged it was almost like a Carolina rig with a spoon.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
But like it worked in a pinch. That's all I had. I need to change it up for sure. But he's just mad because it's so.
I'm just mad that the last time we went out, I forgot my casting rod, and I had to look at you deal with that monstrosity the whole day. And I'm just like, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Yeah, but it was working though. It's crazy, huh?
Trader Ross says, haven't been fishing in over a year. I need to get out in the house and go fish. Yeah, you absolutely do. I genuinely.
That's too long. You're still alive.
That's way too long. Nick and I have talked about this before.
Pass away.
But like genuinely.
No hate.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah.
But Nick and I have talked about this before, where like when we go prolonged periods without fishing, it does like affect us because it's like
extremely tore up about it.
Like it's one of those things that it's not just like, oh, we're going fishing. It's like, no, we're going to unwind, relax. Like that's our,
We're not at work, dude. That's why we're literally outside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're just vibing, hanging out, catching some fish, ripping some lips.
Because and we talk about this throughout the day too. Like, I'll send him snaps of any there's a nice bridge with the intercoastal, and it's every time whenever it's high tide, it just gets me jazzed up, but then also just crushes me
Because it's like, oh, look how nice it is on our days, or on our days that we're working, and then like we go out there on our days off, and there's a maelstrom and 7-foot waves and 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, for sure, no doubt.
Last
no
couple
doubt.
times they've been perfect though. The
They
winds
have been
actually
nice. It's been really
been
nice.
blowing like less than 5 miles and less than 8 miles an hour offshore.
Just enough to keep
And
you cool.
And the thing is, you got the dunes right there. At least where we like to go if we're talking surf fishing.
Right.
More so Volano, St. Augustine side, but just north of Volano, that stretched to Ponte Vedra. It's a money spot out there.
Absolutely.
For anybody listening, telling you that.
Just go down A1A, find a place to legally park, and hit the surf.
Yeah, you got to pay a little not fine, but toll.
Parking fee.
They should definitely have it digitally now, but I don't know if they do.
To be fair, most of them do.
Yeah, it's 2024. I mean, that could be something to be a lot easier. There's that one up there in was that Big Talbot or Little Talbot? You just pay on your phone.
Big Talbot. That's Big Talbot.
Yeah. Cool
so
spot.
Trader Ross says, funny story today. Working on Heckscher at Simpsons Creek Bridge, guy caught a horseshoe crab. I saw it on the ground as I rode by. I went to Nassau and turned around, and coming back, it was still there.
Oh man, dang!
Those horseshoe crabs
have just been
pretty gnarly.
How would you just be bottom fishing?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's a crab like anything else.
Yeah.
Guy was scared of it and left it on the bridge. I took out the hook and threw it back in. Well, good on you. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, nice job, man. I appreciate that.
We do. I'm an incredibly big outdoorsman in all capacities. Fishing, camping. I've been wanting to get into hunting lately. Now that I have more of a capacity to do it, and but I'm 100% for conservation and treating the wildlife right and treating nature right so that we can still enjoy it for generations to come.
And if you want to have a life without as much negative karma, because
absolutely
it's a big thing.
It's a big deal.
Whatever you dish out, you get in return. So you can always remember that.
Absolutely.
Damn, that was metaphorical right there. That was a good one.
That was metaphorical.
Write that down. Write that down.
I haven't been to Simpsons Creek. I think the last time
we went out there, we tore it up though.
We did, but the problem is they've been doing all that construction and stuff. We haven't had a chance to put in,
Dude, so there's that boat ramp that's right there, a kayak launch. It's on the other side of it. It's a legit one right there.
But that's like that company or whatever, right? It's like the kayak rental place. Oh, did they finish the bridge?
Oh yeah, that bridge is done.
Oh. Well, why don't we just plan a trip and take the kayaks out there?
I mean, I think we need to go scope it out.
That's fair.
So that company's closed. So then what about sick? Trader Ross is active, so I can actually ask a question, get an answer immediately. Sick.
Love that. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Trader Ross.
Is that just like a state, or not a state, or like a county?
No, I think it was a private kayak rental place. Gates closed, yeah. Yeah, that was like somebody's house or something that they just rented kayaks out of.
I'd tell you, I never even saw the building out there.
Which, to be fair,
if we're talking about the same place.
To be fair, we could just take the kayaks. We can go to Black Rock Beach and just wheel the kayaks to the beach. And then fish. We can either go into Simpsons Creek there or just fish the ocean there. Yes, Kayak Amelia, Mike.
Yep, that's what it was. I definitely want to get back out there in the kayak. That's another thing about the summer fishing. I checked for Sunday. It is supposed to be pretty damn hot. I said about 98 Sunday. So I mean,
that's a spicy
and sunny. Yeah,
they charge a few bucks to launch there. Okay, so are they open on the weekends and they're just closed on the weekdays kind of deal, or how does that work? I mean, I'll pay a couple bucks and launch a kayak there. I don't care, especially if I can park there.
Oh yeah. And the tide if it doesn't reach where you got to park. Very nice.
And you don't have to worry about your coming back to a submarine instead of a Honda Element.
You know, upsetty spaghetti I would be.
Uh, I'd be pretty upset if I was sitting in my kayak, able to comfortably look in my windows.
So that happened not as bad with me and Dallas over there near the lighthouse boat ramp.
Mm-hmm.
There's this other little spot to the left of where that boat ramp is. It's not gated, it's not closed off or anything. I didn't see no signs. And so you can pull in there and park there and launch, but the mosquitoes are horrible. So you got to prepare for that. But we parked, we're like, oh yeah, we're super good because we went out there at incoming tide. Well, let me tell you, so that water came up pretty damn far. And it was definitely, I'd say probably like 5 inches, 6 inches above the, or like going up the tires from the ground.
Less than ideal.
It's like enough that you're like,
Less than ideal. Visually's recent video.
did not know that. Yeah.
Mike Jones, welcome. He says Visually's
yeah.
recent video. That spot is on fire. Is it?
Yo, so I was starting to watch that video. I was going to finish it tonight whenever I eat dinner, as
Visually.
champions do. Yeah, I didn't know that was in North Florida area, because it looks super, almost
He's got
like
quite a
more
few.
tropical.
Yeah, he's got quite a few
or exotic. There we go.
videos that. Nick, there's quite a few places we need to hit up
Yeah, I know.
that we've been talking about hitting up from That Dude's Fishing and quite a few other. We need to take the kayaks out more. We keep talking about it, and to be fair, it's like on Thursdays, Fridays when we're talking about going fishing, on Sundays, and we're just like, oh my god, I don't want to deal with that. You know, I'm tired. I don't want to take the kayak. Your kayak weighs 20 pounds. I don't want to hear it. It's it's just
I
one
helped you
thing,
lift
and
yours.
that's fair. That's fair.
Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
I
was just about to say that. Bro, get out of my head.
Planned. But no, honestly, and that's why I've been looking at welding a trailer together for my kayak and just pulling it on a dang trailer, so I don't have to deal with that as much.
Yeah, that'd make it easier. That's for sure.
How much are trailers? Let's.
You know, I bet you there's a kayak trailer on Marketplace.
Oh, I'm not even talking about a
Yeah,
marketplace. I'm talking about a brand new one.
Oh, just like a legit one.
Do I have to register it? I have to register it, right?
Yeah, you need a little tag for it.
Oh, dude, I can get a trailer.
It'd be cheap.
Dude, I can get a trailer for $400.
Damn.
I can get a big one for
It's not bad.
$550.
Text a picture of it right now.
Oh, say less. Oh, say less. No, I can literally I can get a trailer for $550 and then just weld some supports on it for the kayak and call it a day.
Ooh.
Harbor Freight Special. Ross, you already know, buddy. You already know.
Yeah.
You already knew where
Yeah.
I was shopping, buddy. I know all of them by name. They know me by
You
name.
see him in there. He works there. No, I'm just playing.
He's behind you right now. The comments are coming from inside the house.
In the walls.
He's in the walls. I could just weld like two little supports on this, throw some foam on it, call it a day. Or pause. I could do 4 supports and then I could do 2 kayaks.
So wait, that's a Harbor Freight trailer?
Yurt?
I'll be honest, didn't really know that they had those.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what's super cool?
Ice.
I would figure out a way. You know, it'd be really cool. It'd be real cool. All right, hear me out.
Harbor
A
Freight
kayak
trailer.
trailer? A kayak trailer that's super light that you can hook up to your bike.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have those. Yeah. 100%. They have those.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I think that'd be pretty neat because that way, you'd have to, if you're gonna ride it on the beach,
Yeah.
No, that'd be a horrible idea. Don't kayak to the.
Hold on. Hang on. I'm looking right here.
Mm.
There's a kayak trailer on Amazon for $178. And it actually doesn't look
plastic?
awful. No, it's metal.
Let me see it. Or let me. I'm just gonna look it up here.
I sent it to you.
Okay, that works too.
What?
Sorry, y'all. We're not trying to get way off topic.
I am.
But this is still. Yeah, you're right. This is still dealing with summer fishing. Oh, see. Ooh. Okay, y'all. So to describe this trailer.
Oh, I can throw a picture up on the screen.
So that looks like one that you'd carry by hand.
It does kind of look like that, but there's attachments for it that you can put on a ball hitch. Those tires in the back would probably need to be upgraded.
Yeah, because now you could upgrade them to like the dolly wheels that you got to air up.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And honestly, just.
But if you're pulling that behind a car, like you want it to be rated for like speeds.
Oh, yeah. That would not be for a vehicle. You would just have to like you could. I'd make one. I'd make one somehow. Not somehow, but because you can get.
Well, if you needed me to like weld it for you, I could do that for you.
I mean, shoot, dude. I'd weld it too.
Well, just like since I'm like a professional welder and stuff, like I got you covered if you need me to do that. Anyways, there's what we're talking about, you guys. I just threw a picture up on the screen. Not bad, but as you can see, the wheels will need to be probably upgraded. But for $150, not bad. But that's definitely not rated. You would definitely need to adjust that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that would be a cool video idea. Let me know down in the comments below, you guys, if you want to see me buy a trailer and manufacture a like a Harbor Freight specialty trailer, or Harbor Freight special trailer, and turn it into a kayak trailer, probably for 2 kayaks.
I was thinking that too, because
Nick's been looking to upgrade, and if Nick upgrades, then we might as well just do the 2, because if I've got mine on there, we might as well throw yours on there.
Not gonna lie, a better kayak is kind of far away.
It's
not far away. It's just on the back burner right now. If a good deal comes up on one, and then I'm able to sell mine and get a nice little chunk for mine, like not a massive amount of money for mine, but no, I gotta. Yeah, there's just other things in the fryer right now.
We'll take them out.
I'm trying, but
I'm trying. They keep jumping back in.
They're hot.
Yeah, this is what I'll throw a picture of this one up on the screen, you guys. This is the one I'm looking at getting. Not bad. I mean, just under $600.
Yeah.
And I could easily put some crossbars on that. I mean, I could easily fit 1 kayak, definitely 2 kayaks, because I think my kayak's only like 1.5 feet wide, and this one's 4 feet wide. So yeah, I could easily fit 2.
Solid for a low center of gravity.
Yeah. Which, I mean, in terms of kayaks, like, we're not hauling a boat yet.
But then you gotta wonder, how is it at speed? Because it is a short trailer. Those are hard to back up.
Nah, I've never had a problem backing up a trailer.
Lies.
Wrong. I did it for 3 years.
Well, I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see it in person.
I literally, you saw me do it for years at Bawaso.
Yeah, those were long trailer. I'm talking about a kayak trailer.
Yeah, it's easy.
You think that?
I know that. I have confidence in myself. Hey, man. Hey. I convinced my boss to buy me a flex core welder with never having actually welded ever before, and I figured it out real quick. And they were like, "Damn, where did you learn to weld?" And I was like, "About 3 feet over there yesterday."
Simmer down there, bud.
I did. That's almost verbatim the conversation. Hey, those welds looked real strong.
Oh yeah, I mean they're holding.
Oh, they're holding. I hit them with my purse. They didn't break.
I need to get like a. I'm gonna get like a little thick welder or something. It's been a while.
Dude, I'm telling you, you are more than welcome whenever you want to come and use mine.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, 100%. I have
Well,
the
this changes everything.
I have the work truck. If you want to go get it on the weekend, we can go do that. I don't care.
Immediately, like look around the room for anything metal to weld.
What can I weld? What? Give me that lamp. Give me the lamp.
Too bad I can't weld my guitar. I gotta restring my guitar too.
Oh, tragic.
That's tough.
But yeah, I literally like this weekend. Like if we don't get a chance to go fishing, we can easily run up to the office, grab the work truck. It's got everything in it, and I'm getting lights put in it tomorrow. And by putting it, I mean I'm putting lights in it tomorrow.
Solid.
So
yeah, that'll help out a lot. It's
so dark in there. It's so dark in there, dude. Oh my god, it's so dark in there.
because all the windows are like covered up, right?
There are no windows.
See, that's
I have the side door and the back door. Should I install a window? No. Well,
install a window. No, don't sacrifice the structural integrity.
yeah, but I could do like a sliding window and people could come up. I could put, dude, I was thinking like I can put like a chair in there. I could put like a hammock, a little fan, get an AC unit going. I'm thinking about building a swamp cooler because it's real warm.
So this is gonna be a cabin on wheels.
Yeah, yeah. This is a mobile mechanic's office on wheels.
Damn. Kind of how mine is. I just don't have AC. Do have
See,
a Milwaukee fan though.
My truck doesn't have AC
Crucial.
either, but that's just because I haven't bothered to actually fix it.
Oh, the AC in the van works fine. I'm just talking about in the back.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I can make like a swamp cooler do something. Have you seen those Icy Breeze coolers?
I might have.
So basically recreating your old workplace shack but on wheels. Yes, 100%. Yes. Maybe I'll get back into making videos in the van like I used to do. Nick, I'll send you a link to that Icy Breeze cooler. I saw a video and it seemed a little cheesy. Because the dude like where he measured, because he made like, because everyone's like, oh, this is just a fancy swamp cooler. Like, why would I spend $300 on this when I could just build myself a swamp cooler with like a fan and some PVC pipe? And where he measured the air coming out of the actual, and this applies to beach fishing as well, because I've seen a lot of people use these on the beach, because they come with like a rechargeable battery, which is just a generic tool battery that they've taken apart a drill and like hooked to the fan so that it runs off of the battery, which is like kind of smart, but like, come on, I could do that. He measured the air coming directly out of the tube or directly out of the PVC, like on the cooler itself, not inside the PVC.
Right.
And then on his cooler, his product or whatever, he detached the hose from the opening and then stuck the thermometer in that and was like, oh my God, look, it's 32 degrees. I'm like, yeah, of course it's colder, dude. You just shortened where the air has to come out of by like 7 inches, which is significant. Like, obviously that's going to be colder. It's going to be colder. Yes, thank you. That's how this works. Yes. But no, they basically just have a water-cooled like CPU fan and a fan above it, and then it's all attached to like a vent hose.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. Yeah, I have seen that done. I just pulled up a picture of it. Yeah.
And like, yeah, you can absolutely buy one of these for $300, and it's really nice and fancy, and it has the rechargeable
That's just too much.
Well, that's the thing is like, yeah, you know, it's got the rechargeable battery and it's got the vent, it's got the, you know, the controls, and it's all nice and neat and all this, that, and the other. But like,
Just go sit in the AC car.
right? It's like, dude, at that point, like, $300 for a cooler like that's insane. I personally would not buy one of those.
I personally don't got it like that.
I personally don't have money to throw $300 on a very, very fancy swamp cooler. Now, I can go buy and or find a cooler on the side of the road and turn that into a swamp cooler. Exactly, that's a whole
They're
fishing
always all
combo.
smashed up. Yeah, exactly.
It's a whole fishing combo. Or a kayak trailer, basically. It's just one of those things.
Bunch of lures,
Lots of lures, at least 4.
cast net, and then you have a whole bunch left over.
David says, I've caught blues, whiting, baby sharks, and hardhead lately. Yep, that sounds about right. Yeah, it's that time of year. You know, the mullet are starting to show up in the surf as well. So a lot of blues right now. Last time we went out, we got a nice amount of blues. Actually, I'm stocking up on my blues and whiting right now so I can make some smoked fish dip. God, I can't wait for that. It's going to be so good.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out, you know, because I don't know, are the pumps still running?
Not so much right now. I think they will. A little more like in a couple months now. We'll get into the August run kind of deal.
Yeah, I definitely want to get out there and try to be going for some flounder, reds, trout.
We need to get you out there. I'm gonna talk
Jacks.
to my buddy Spence. We'll get you out there, do some flounder gigging.
That would be pretty nice. That'd be a good time.
Absolutely. What if I got like a vent fan? What if I got like a solar vent fan?
Oh, like for the roof?
Yeah, like for the roof.
You want water leaking?
No, I'd seal it, obviously. They make ones that like are meant to go on top of cars, Nick.
Well, yeah, I know,
You
but
nerd.
hey, you know. Well, you would know.
I would know.
Nerd.
Oh, that's fair. We've come full circle.
Yep. Planned.
Solar fan for truck? I guess. I don't know. Like UPS has those. Okay, this is like the inside. No. Okay, this is also for... Anyways, we're getting off topic. That guy that...
Oof.
Wait, what? Somebody passed away at Fort George the other day? No way. For realsies?
Damn, I didn't hear anything about that.
I also did not hear anything about that. No way.
Dang, I mean, wonder what happened.
It was on the news? What?
Ooh, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah,
dangerous
JSO,
out there at night time.
man dead after he was pulled from the water while night fishing near Fort George Island. Died Thursday night while night fishing near Fort George Island in Jacksonville, Florida. At approximately 10:26 p.m., patrol officers responded to the Fort George Inlet in reference to an individual in distress being pulled from the water. He became unresponsive in the water. There is no foul play suspected. Wow.
Damn, that's horrible.
That's awful. We hate to hear it.
Yeah. Condolences out to him and his family.
Absolutely.
I mean, shoot, man, that's tough. I mean, that's why you gotta. I don't even know. I don't want to say it like, yeah, that's why you gotta be careful. But like, it's too soon to say anything like that. That one just needs some time before it's talked about in a example way, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be rude.
Well, there's a bunch of, hindsight's 2020. Coulda, shoulda,
Yeah.
there's no point in speculating. It is, these
Yeah.
is what it is. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Buddy up at night. Buddy up everywhere. Don't go out on your boat and or kayak without a buddy.
Nah, buddy system, dude.
Always got to have the buddy
Gotta.
system.
Plus, if you catch something here, you can be like, "Yo, dude, look at."
And that's
Yo,
what
bro, look what I got.
that's what the walkie-talkies are for, right, Nick?
Yeah.
They're for
Yeah,
things like
talkies are fun.
they're for
Fun to have
things
comms.
like they're for honestly, I've looked at getting like hands-free ones that we just like pop in our ears. I don't anyways. Yeah, no, walkies
an aesthetic.
couldn't agree more. Walkies are good for things like, hey, check out this fish I caught, or hey, I'm going to go over in this area, or hey, my paddle's gone. I need your help. Please help. God, please. I'm in the middle of the inlet with no paddle. Help.
Yeah, that's only happened once. So, it's, knock on wood. But it is also fun to then you just hear, damn, dude, it's such a nice day out.
I know, like you're sitting there thinking to yourself, God, I can't believe we're not catching anything. And then you just hear, man, it's beautiful out. And you're just like, you know what? It is.
I'll be saying it myself, and I'm like, no, someone else needs to know. And like, I already know Alex is thinking it, but I need to point this out. Yeah, that's yeah, I really like being out there on the kayak, especially when you don't got to worry about boats and any like gnarly wake.
Absolutely.
It's just up to you, That's a good time. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been wanting to try Moultrie Creek again.
Oh my God. I'm
It's
never
time.
going
It's
back to
different.
Moultrie Creek.
Well, no, dude, we were fishing that spot over there, and we
This
were talking
time.
about it.
It's different. My name's Jeremy Wade,
Or I was out there
and
with
we're going
Clint
back to
when we were
Moultrie
fishing the
Creek
spot.
again to get skunked again.
I don't know what you're talking about. My car was Jack out there.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Every time we go out there, we don't catch anything.
Because we've been fishing it wrong. I figured it out.
Oh, we figured it out. We figured
I
out the
talked with
sauce.
some of the locals around there. Yes.
Not the locals.
I figured it out. Yeah. Out there, it is very much popping cork material. You got to be out there at incoming high tide. Like, you got to, while the water's moving, and then you got to get up where all the oyster beds are. That's all where they're hanging out.
Oh yeah.
And that way you got a popping cork, just keep it off the bottom. Because throwing jig heads in there, rest in pieces, because
They're gonna be.
that's
in
what your
pieces.
rod's going to be, because every cast you're going to get snagged on an oyster bed. So,
Yeah, you
just
definitely wouldn't snap
the-
it.
I mean, I've seen that
Who would do that?
before. I faintly
Couldn't
remember.
be
but
me.
I was luckily just reminded by a video that's still out there. It was actually you out there in Palm Valley.
Hey, I was very calm, and I said, if I snag another reed with this lure, I'm gonna snap my rod in half. And the very next cast, I threw it out and snagged the reeds, and I said, okay, and I closed my bail, and I went, and Nick, did you just break that?
Did you break that?
I sure did.
You're like, oh yeah. For
Oh
sure.
yeah.
I was like, he's mad. But, I think because I was also the only person catching stuff. I think I was catching ladyfish and jacks,
Yeah. Yep.
which is wild because we haven't really been we haven't caught those in a long time.
I was thinking
feel.
that too. I feel like I haven't caught a ladyfish in forever. Like I went like 5 years with catching them nonstop, and then it was just like, all right, we're done. Nah, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe because as time's gone by, and the more you do something, especially a hobby, you start to get good at it, and you start to get bad at it because then you forget some of the OG simpler things, which I think is that we just need to start probably fishing a lot more grass areas at high tide. I think that's
Got to play the field, as it
really-
were.
yeah, that's really going to have to, I think, help because they're going to be in deep spots, but also they're going to be going after bait going towards the grass. I don't like
Absolutely.
going around it. So
But
do some like skinny water fishing.
I reckon we've taken up enough of y'all's times. We're gonna wrap it up. Nick, you got anything to add, or if you have any questions, let us know right now. We will answer them.
Yeah, I see we just got a fifth started watching. Welcome. Don't know who it is, but welcome.
Welcome.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we've talked about quite a good bit.
More than a couple things, I would say.
Yeah, quite a few. A couple tangents.
You'll have that on
Nothing
these big
crazy.
jobs. That's all right.
Sixth as well. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, fishing's a great sport, it's a great hobby, it's a great pastime, it's a great therapeutic hobby,
Absolutely.
just thing to do. Great time. You can get out there with your friends, you can get out there by yourself, you can get out there with your family. I mean, you go out there, have a great time,
You can get out there and go fish.
enjoy the sights. Yeah. One would even say, get out the house, go fish.
One would say that.
That would be Mike.
But all right, you guys,
Do
we're
we
gonna.
have any questions, or we just want to?
Oh no, I didn't. I did not prepare any questions today, so we're not gonna do that today.
That is quite all right, because I am quite hungry. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, there you go. We'll get you out of here. Go do some eating, and we'll be playing some video games later. But we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Everyone that commented. Let's see, David, Trader Ross, Jack, Mike from Get Out the House, Go Fish, Matt Jones. Let's see if I missed anybody. William Smith. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
That's us.
All right, you guys. Until next time, keep your lines tight. What do I? Oh God, it's been so long. Keep your lines tight, your cast long, and your stories true. We'll see you guys next time.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good week. Be safe out there.